Hello from Seoul. You wanna have some authentic Korean noodle soup made with this gochujang? But you want it to be simple and easy, just like ramyun, right? Then you really need this recipe. Simple ingredients, not many cooking steps, and it doesn't even need any complicated cooking techniques. So stop worrying and try it. And if you do, you may taste the best Korean noodle soup in 10 minutes. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. When you think of a Korean noodle dish that's made with gochujang, I'm pretty sure the first thing that comes to your mind is probably bibimbap, spicy cold noodles. But today, let's make something different, something warm and hearty. What? It sounds like too much work? Don't worry about it. You can make it within 10 minutes, but today, let's invest 5 more minutes. And if you do, you will make more authentic and delicious gochujang noodle soup. For this, you will need onion, zucchini, shiitake mushroom, potato, ground beef, noodles, and green onion. Since I want to make this a little bit more fancy, I'm using a lot of stuff here. But as long as you have green onion and gochujang, you'll be fine. So please give this a try. You're gonna love it so much. First, let's prep the vegetables. Slice half an onion, not too thin, not too thick. Next, cut 120 grams of zucchini into thin matchsticks. Once that's done, slice 2 or 3 shiitake mushrooms. Here, some people might say, Aaron, I can't get the shiitake mushroom. What should I do? Don't worry about it. Besides these shiitake mushrooms, you can use any kind of mushrooms you like, such as oyster or button mushrooms. So just use what you have, except the one in your backyard. And then potato. The cooking time totally depends on the potato because compared to other vegetables, it's gonna take a while to cook. So I recommend cutting it into thin matchsticks. Lastly, let's chop some green onions. Since we're gonna use the white part for making stock and the green part for garnish, if you separate them ahead of time like this, you can cook gracefully. I mean, you don't have to be in a hurry while cooking. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about you, Claire. Since we're done prepping our vegetables, let's move on to the broth. In a wok or pot, add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil and heat it over medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add 150 grams of ground beef and saute for 1 to 2 minutes or until no longer pink. Here, make sure to break up the beef so that they don't clump together. And then add half a tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a few shakes of black pepper, and stir everything together for about 1 minute. Although it's a small amount of soy sauce, it's gonna add a lot of umami with all the juices coming out of the beef. Now reduce it down to low heat and add the white part of the green onions, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 3 tablespoons of Korean chili paste, 1 tablespoon of Korean soybean paste, 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, and stir fry for about 3 minutes. Again, when the fat from the beef will meet our lovely gochujang and doenjang, that will create the most fantastic umami bomb. Trust me, it will blow your mind. But actually, you don't have to do this and just add them to the broth. However, if you saute these for a couple of minutes like this, you will get the beautiful chili oil on top of the soup, which looks so lovely. Yes, I'm telling you, don't even think about skipping this step. Alright, once you can see a little bit of chili oil in there, add 6 cups of water and bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. When it comes to a boil, add the potato and shiitake mushrooms. If you don't listen to me and already put the zucchini in it, sorry my friend, you will get some kind of green jelly in the beautiful noodle soup. And then to that, add 1 tablespoon of Korean beef stock powder or chicken bouillon powder. Here, if you could also add a 1/4 teaspoon of MSG, this will taste like heaven. But it's your choice, I'm not gonna force you. But I think you have to. Once the potatoes are halfway cooked, add in our onion and cook the noodles for about 5 to 6 minutes or follow the package instructions. Here, I'm using Kalguksu, Korean knife cut noodles, but if you can get this, don't worry about it. You can actually use any kind of noodles. Udon, somen, or even ramen noodles would work. So just use what you have, that's the best. For information, depending on the brand, some kalguksu noodles have a lot of starch on the surface. So if you just use it, it's gonna make the broth really thick. just like porridge. So if you're gonna use kalguksu noodles like me, make sure to give them a quick rinse. That's the key. While that's cooking, let's grind some toasted sesame seeds. You could actually just sprinkle on top without grinding, but if you do it like this, I dare say, it's gonna be 10 times better. Well, it's not scientifically approved, but that's how I feel. What? No mortar and pestle? That's okay. Then just put them in a Ziploc bag and break them down with a spoon, rolling pin, or anything that works for you. No problem at all. When the noodles are just about done, finally add the zucchini and give it about 1 minute to cook. Since it cooks so fast, all you gotta do is just dump it in the soup at the very last step. That's it. By any chance, if you're a big fan of spicy food and wanna know if you have some Korean ancestors, then go grab this kind of spicy chili pepper. This bad boy will not only add a nice kick to it, but it also boosts up all the flavors in there. But don't worry, totally optional. Alright, the noodles are ready to go. Let's transfer it to a serving bowl and top it up with some toasted seasoned seaweed and green onions. Last but not least, let's finish it off with some ground sesame seeds. Alright, it's done. Let's call our taste tester.
Claire.
Woo! Jang Kalguksu! 근데 이거 겨울에 먹어야 되는 거 아니야? 아주 나를 죽이려고 작정했구만. I guess I have to fight heat with heat. 와우, 되게 푸짐하다. 오, 이거지. 비주얼 장난 없네. 맛도 오센틱한지 보겠다. Ready? 와우. 진짜 복합적인 맛이다. 일단 국물이 고추장으로 해서 그런지 되게 감칠맛이 엄청 강하고 거기다가 칼국수까지 들어가니까 묵직하니 너무 맛있어. 그리고 중간중간에 다양한 식감을 추가해주는 그런 야채들이 꼭 있어야겠네. 나는 일단은 이 시타키 머쉬룸, 표고버섯 너무 맛있네. 쫄깃쫄깃한 그 식감이 재밌고 거기에 그 대파가 같이 아삭아삭하게 터지는 게 입에서 터지는 게 너무 잘 어울린다. 맛있는걸? 어저께 술 안 마셨는데 술 먹고 해장하는 그런 기분이야. 맛있다. 여기 중간중간에 뭔가 이게 씹히는 게 뭔가 맛있다 이렇게 생각했는데 이게 감자였네, 감자. I thought this is a noodle. Because it's made with gochujang, you may think it's too spicy. But if you don't put 청양 chili pepper, it's not that spicy. So if you enjoy eating Korean ramyun, you will have no problem with this. It's less spicy than that, so don't worry about it. 내가 원래 개인적으로 김가루 같은 거 이렇게 탑핑으로 넣는 거 별로 안 좋아하잖아. 근데 이놈이 아주 제대로 역할을 하네. 여기 있는 맛들을 다 촥촥촥촥 잘 끌어줘. 응? 근데 분명히 나처럼 이렇게 김가루 별로 안 좋아하는 사람도 분명히 있을 거야? 근데 꼭 넣어야 돼. 여기는 꼭 필요한 것 같아. 너무 맛있어. Trust me, it's a must. 나 오늘만큼은 그 말 안 하려고 했는데 말이야. 내 패러디가 좀 돌아다니는 것 같아가지고 근데 해야 될 것 같아. 근데 오늘은 맥주가 아니야. Bring some soju. I need soju.
Today, I showed you how to make Jang Kalguksu, Gochujang Noodle soup. How was it? It's quick and easy, right? Even instant ramen takes 5 minutes to cook. But if you invest a little bit more time and effort, you can make this authentic Korean noodle soup right in your kitchen. The taste? Don't worry about it. If you try it, you may taste the best noodle soup that you ever had. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.